Did y'all watch the Todd Chrisley press conference on Friday? OMG. You already know I did. I was on my way to the lake and I was watching it. On the way to the lake, my husband was jamming out and I was over there with the volume down and my phone up to my ear like I was listening, I said, do you know what they just said? He's over here looking at me like, can you just hush for a minute? So now I'm here to talk to y'all about it because I know y'all are here to talk to me about all this mess. And don't forget to meet me in the comments below with your takeaways from the press conference. I'm literally on pins and needles waiting to hear what y'all think. TVinsider.com exclusively reports Todd Chrisley is opening up about his time in federal prison and these systemic issues he witnessed while locked up. The reality star and his wife Julie were released from prison on Wednesday, May 28th, after being pardoned by President Donald Trump. The couple had previously been convicted of bank and tax fraud, with Todd sentenced to 12 years in Pensacola and Julie given a 7-year sentence in Lexington. Speaking at a press conference in Nashville on Friday, May the 30th, Todd shares details about his incarceration and the different treatment he witnessed regarding his fellow inmates. I have met some wonderful men. I have listened to some horrific stories about things that have gone on in our system, Todd said per the New York Post. I will continue to fight for all the guys that I dealt with and I was blessed to be with at Pensacola. I will continue to expose the injustices that go on there and throughout the Bureau of Prisons. The Chrisley Knows Best star went on to claim that black inmates weren't afforded the same opportunities as himself. Being in the prison system, anyone that says it's a fair shake, it's not. Because I dealt with young African American males in the prison that I was in that were not treated the same, he stated. They were denied programming. They were denied access to certain things. Todd continues, I was not denied that, but we know why I was not denied that. And so I think that is a much bigger picture that we all as society as a whole need to look at, that we are one. He also shared his reaction he received from his fellow inmates upon his release, noting, when I left that day, there was only 317 men at our camp, but they were lined up shouting. When I was walking out, they were saying, don't forget us, and my commitment is to them that I will never forget them. During the press conference, Todd was asked about his physical transformation, which he described as the BOP glow, Bureau of Prison glow. I'll actually have more access and to better products now that I'm out, Todd said. I think that I had nothing to do other than read and work out. And so I worked out every morning and at 10:45 until 12 with my buddies there. However, Todd did joke that his appearance could also be due to the work he underwent before he was locked up. Maybe it's just all the residual Botox that never wore up. That never wore off, he quipped. He also talked about staying focused on his mental health while behind bars, noting, I read, and my walk with Christ became deeper, and I talked to my daughter Savannah every day, to Chase, to Grayson, and then I was able to email with Julie every day. I want to point out, Savannah has been saying out her mouth a bold-faced lie from day one. So when you sit here and you look at somebody and they will bold-faced lie to you about something like, well, my dad and mom didn't even speak the whole time they were locked up. They didn't even speak. Girl, you lied. If you're going to lie about that, you're going to lie about anything. Now, that right there took me all the way back. I'm like, well, wait a minute now. That right there is part of the reason why I'm not a Savannah supporter per se, because there's just too much in my face to show me like why I shouldn't support her. Like, you shouldn't be telling, why did you even say that? Savannah has said that multiple times to multiple outlets on her own platform multiple times. She has said, my dad and mom haven't even spoke, and then she cried about it. And then at this press conference, Todd said multiple times he was able to talk to Julie multiple times a day. I'm over here like, so y'all talked every day. Savannah said y'all didn't talk. What the? Anyway, I just want to point that out. That's what throws me off as a, now look, I will say this. I'm a follower of Todd and Julie. I like some Todd and Julie Chrisley. Okay, hear me right. I like Todd and Julie Chrisley. Let's just leave it at that. I think Todd and Julie are highly entertaining. And then what he said about being able to do that, he said, and so I think that for me, I haven't had the same effects that so many people leaving the prison system have had. I think he got the privilege to be able to speak to his family members, and I don't think other inmates are able to have that same privilege. I don't think. I wasn't in there, but I could just only imagine. Now, when he was talking about the new show that's coming out on Lifetime, by the way, I was all into that, and I want to tell you firsthand, I am following this, okay? Whenever they release a premiere date for this, a title for this, whatever, I'm going to be here to talk all about it. So be sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I'm following Todd Chrisley, Julie Chrisley, and all their movements, I guess you could say. Because they just been released. It hasn't even been one full week yet. They got a lot going on, a lot happening. There's a lot of cameras in their face, okay? So we're here to talk all about it. Now, Todd talked about began filming new reality show immediately after prison release. Bless you. My dog is sneezing over here. It has been a stunning change of fortune for Todd and his wife, Julie. The couple was serving time for bank fraud and evasion. Okay, we got that. Their daughter, Savannah, has lobbied tirelessly on her parents' behalf, and now the family is getting back to business. Todd said they started filming literally the night they got home. And he did talk about, spoiler alert, that they filmed his and Julie's first reaction to seeing each other for the first time. I'm excited about seeing that. I'm just saying. I know what that part right there is probably going to have me in tears. It really probably will. Also, I can only imagine that moment. You know, the first time you've physically seen, and been able to touch your partner, your best friend, in over 2 years. I can only imagine. I would be in tears. The former Chrisley Knows Best stars aren't wasting a moment since their release on May 28th. People reported that during a press conference, Todd and Savannah revealed that the reality show must go on. Todd stated that they started filming literally the night we got home. Savannah added, as soon as we got home, you'll see the first time him and Mom see each other for the first time. Savannah and her siblings, along with Nanny Faye, have been filming a docu-series for Lifetime. It will chronicle their struggles following Julie and Todd's conviction and prison sentences. We obviously had been filming, and we had just wrapped for all intents and purposes. And then we get the call that they had been pardoned, Savannah explained. So we picked right back up. She continued, and we're excited because I think this show is going to give, first off, it's going to give people a look into the trial and things that we went through, and we're going to set the record straight and put some documents out there. And according to Savannah, Todd and Julie already got the offers rolling in. She added, it's going to make my life so much easier, so yay. Still, it remains to be seen if viewers will tune in to watch the Chrisleys and hear their side of the story. You can stream Chrisley Knows Best currently on Peacock, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, yes, I'm going to tune in. But I would love to know if y'all are following this, if y'all are going to tune in to the new show, what you're thinking about all this. I want to know your reaction. What is your reaction to all this? Now, I will say Todd also addressed, well, Savannah did too. They all have this whole time. But like I said, I've pointed out Savannah's little white lies. So, I mean, you can't really sit here and just believe everything somebody says when they have already lied about something as simple as, my mom and dad haven't even talked. And then Todd says they talked every day. I'm like, girl, sit down. Why did you even give that? You didn't even have to say that. You didn't even have to say that. But she did. And that shows me, well, she would lie about that. What else would she lie about? So, I don't know about anything Savannah has to say at this point. But they did keep saying, and they've been saying that there was no $30 million. There was no scheme. it was all a target. And then Todd goes into detail and says, well, I did have a target on my back because I read the emails, and there were emails that said stuff like, we need to get somebody big. And they said, well, Todd Chrisley is the biggest one in Atlanta right now. So then they went for him. And then he was talking about who prosecuted him. He was talking about the prosecutors ain't even prosecuting today. He's talking about one of them works for Meta, one of them works for something else that don't even have to do with the law, I guess. Just throwing them all under the bus. Then he was talking about, or Savannah brought up, she's like, well, the African-American judge that Biden, and I'm like, girl, why did you have to throw in her race? Like, what? What did that have to do with anything? I guess she wanted the African-American to have something to do with. I'm like, girl, you didn't even have to say that. That's another reason why I can't even get behind Savannah or what she has to say. I do think she's ignorant to a fault, to her own fault. Like, she don't even try to educate herself. She may be one of them dumb blondes. Maybe I got to end this video because I'm being too petty and it's my natural, honest reaction. You can't expect me to watch and follow these people and give you some kind of lie. You know, I don't lie. I can't sit here and be like, oh, I fully support her, so I'm just going to stop talking about her. We'll go back to Todd. Now what Todd said was that he was targeted, he was done wrong, and he going to expose it. Now, I am so tickled that he's out so we can get his comedic entertainment back. We can get his clapbacks, his snapbacks, his sass, because sis is sassy. Southern sass. I'm here for it. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Let me know what your takeaway was from the press conference. For real, y'all got to meet me in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe if you're new here. I love you for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below.